and personality.
In this episode, we are going to talk about 1. Talk about your ambition.
Hello, my dear students. How are you today? Today we are going to continue what we talked about last lesson. It will be an interesting episode. Let's get started. Let's talk about your ambition. What are your interests and hobbies? What do you want to be when you grow up? Do you want to be a doctor, a teacher, a pilot? Do you like helping people? Do you like music? Listen to the following sentences.
I like sports. I want to be a sports person. I'm very good at languages, and I like word games. I want to be a journalist.
Now, the following questions ask about personality. What you like and what you are good at. Let's find out what kind of person you are. Answer the following questions with yes or no.
1. Are you good at math, science, and puzzles? 2. Are you happy when you are drawing or painting? 3. Do you like dancing or performing in plays? 4. Are you good at sports? 5. Do you find playing a musical instrument easy? 6. Are you good at languages and word games? 7. Do you prefer being outside with animals or plants? 8. Are you a creative thinker and good at inventing things? 9. Are you tidy and well organized? 10. Do you like looking after children or people?
According to your answers, we will find out what is the best job for you. But first, let's look at the meanings of the new words.
Journalist. Invent. Products. Perform. Do researches. Composer.
Now, let's see what kind of job is right for you.
1. If you are good at maths, science, or puzzles, you should work in science or do research.
2. If you are happy when you are drawing or painting, you should paint, draw, or make clothes or pots.
3. You should perform in the theater or on TV if you like dancing or performing in plays.
4. You should do an active job or be a sports person if you are good at sports.
5. If you find playing a musical instrument easy, you should work in the music industry or be a composer.
6. If you are good at languages and word games, you should write or be a journalist.
7. You should work with animals or plants or in farming if you prefer being outside with animals or plants. 8. You should invent or design new products if you are a creative thinker and good at inventing things.
9. If you are tidy and well organized, you should work in an office or run a business.
10. If you like looking after children or people, you should work in a hospital, teach, or look after a family.
So, what was your answer? What should you be in the future? Your answer may be like this.
I'm good at maths and science, so I should work in science or do research. I'm also good at sport, so I should do an active job. I'm tidy and well organized, so I should work in an office or run a business.
Let's look at the following adjectives. Which one describes you? Generous, friendly, imaginative, shy, selfish, funny, impatient, quiet, lazy.
Now, let's choose the correct adjective that describes each of the following people.
1. Hussam likes being with people. He is friendly.
2. Jamal doesn't like sharing things. He is selfish.
3. Fatima likes making people laugh. She is funny.
4. Ruba can't wait for things. She is impatient.
5. Ala likes giving people things. He is generous.
6. Nader is nervous with new people. He is shy.
7. Tala doesn't like work. She is lazy.
8. Hind doesn't make a lot of noise. She is quiet.
9. Dima has a lot of ideas. She is imaginative.
What about you? Which adjective describes you? You may be quite shy or a bit shy. You may be quite generous or a bit selfish. Let's listen to these two students.
I'm quite imaginative. I love writing stories, but I'm a bit lazy sometimes. No, you're not lazy. I think you work hard.
You may say, I am a bit shy. I don't like to meet new people. But I'm quite generous. I share my family all my things. Let's look at these sentences. I like sports. I should be a sports person. He shouldn't fight with your brothers and sisters. You should brush your teeth every day. We use should to give advice. You should be quiet. We use shouldn't to say that this is a bad idea or not a good thing to do. You shouldn't fight with your brothers or sisters. Shouldn't equals to should not. The form of the sentence is like this: subject plus should or shouldn't plus verb in zero form with all pronouns. For example, you should drink milk. He should drink milk. Now let's look at these sentences. Why don't you learn a new language? Why don't you buy a new mobile phone?
We use why don't you to give a suggestion. Why don't you wear this jacket? Means it's good if you wear this jacket. We have to put a question mark in the sentence of why don't you because it's a question.
Please watch this program. Why don't you watch this program? Let's complete the following sentences with should, shouldn't, or why don't you?
They shouldn't smoke. You should work in business. Why don't you learn how to cook? I shouldn't watch TV all day. I shouldn't eat too much. Why don't you have a haircut? Why don't you change your job? Majida should be a journalist.
Good job! Now, let's complete the following sentences with the A or B.
1. You don't sleep enough. A. You should go to bed earlier. 2. You are unfit. B. Why don't you do more exercises? 3. Chocolate tastes nice, but you? A. Shouldn't eat a lot of it.
Very good. Now, let's do the last exercise of this episode. You will give 2 pieces of advice to each of the following people using both should or shouldn't and why don't you?
Kareem watches too much TV. You shouldn't watch too much TV. Why don't you do a sport?
Fatima doesn't feel well. You should stay in your bed. Why don't you go to the doctor?
Hanan wants to buy a present for her mother. You should bake a cake. Why don't you buy some flowers?
Faisal is unfit. You shouldn't eat too much. Why don't you walk more often?
I wish you enjoyed our lesson for today. Take care and goodbye.